Hey everybody, Dirili here. Thank you so much for joining me for another episode of Hakuoki, Kyoto Wins. We are on Chikage Kazama's route, my top favorite guy for Hakuoki. And we're still mostly just going along the common route and picking up some new scenes for him along the way, so doing lots of skipping. At this point, we're at the end of chapter 3, and we have to choose the Furies as the thing that's worrying me the most. Ito, Mr. Not So Popular, is leaving us, and we have to choose that we are most worried about the soldiers. This time, we want to talk to someone who knows Ito. And this time we have to choose, do you really think so? So, something new. Do you really think so? Do you really think the two will eventually come back? Sana's expression curled into a smirk. I have faith in them. I wasn't sure what to say, so I nodded at first. End of April 1867. The compounds had become noticeably emptier since the departure of Ito and his men. There were less portions of rice to cook, and there were fewer shoes sitting beside the front doorway. Subtle differences that made my heart ache a little. I had no idea where my father could have been. Saito and Heisuke had left us. Some days it felt as if the feelings of loneliness threatened to swallow me whole. The more I thought about it, the more lost I felt.
Yukimura, do you have a moment?
Oh, I'm sorry. I was daydreaming, I guess.
Oh no, you needn't worry yourself. You looked rather tired. I only meant to say hello. You do seem in poor spirits, though. Is everything alright?
I just miss everybody. Oh, yes, I'm fine.
I see. Ah, yes. Do you think you might do me a favor?
Sure, of course. I'd be happy to.
There's a store nearby called Iwatoya. I hear the manju is to die for.
I want some manju right now. I've been trying to find a place to sell it around here. There's like nothing within 50 miles.
What do you think? Would you be willing to go and buy me some?
Of course, but I don't think it's appropriate for me to leave the compounds on my own.
Ah, yes, I had forgotten.
Kondo glanced around and his face lit up when just the man he had likely been looking for appeared around the corner.
Oh, Toshi, do you have a moment? What is it? Little busy right now. Can it wait? This won't take long. I was hoping to send Yukimura on a short errand. Are any of the men available to chaperone her? Shinpachi's training the troops. Heisuke's not around. Yamazaki's off duty right now. Ask him.
As it turned out, getting approval to go out was surprisingly easy. Well, now it is. You've been with him long enough. Before long, Yamazaki and I were on our way into the city. Sorry for the trouble.
It's no trouble. I had nothing else pressing to do, and no reason not to do what the commander asked me to do. So, we're here to get manju?
Yes, Kondo said this place makes some that's really good. Although apparently that's common knowledge, so they run out really quick. I appreciated Kondo's effort, but even I could see that sending someone other than me would have been far easier. It looked as though I wasn't as adept at hiding my feelings as I'd hoped. I needed to work on that. I don't want them worrying about me. Phew! I could see the warmth of the freshly made manju through the box. Kondo would be happy to get them. When I thought about how I'd react, I felt a smile slip across my mouth.
Is something wrong? If you're finished, we should head back.
Oh, right. The sun was inching toward the horizon, pushing our shadows out further and further. The sun looks kind of strange today. It's eerily red. We continued to walk, looking up. Suddenly, Yamazaki stopped. What's wrong?
Get behind me.
Then I saw him walking down the street toward us, and the hustle and bustle seemed to just fall away. Oh yeah, I think this is one of Kazama's, Zuisoroku scenes. If I'm not mistaken. Everyone stepped out of his way without so much as a word, even men with swords tied prominently to their hips. You! That's a rude way to address someone.
How unexpected. Chikage Kazama, what are you doing here? couldn't I ask you the same thing? Then again, I suppose the shogunate bitches do have to mark their territory from time to time. Nonetheless, I'm surprised to see you allow the bird out of her cage. Tell me, why is she here?
Yamazaki slipped a hand into his pocket, and Kazama grinned.
Really? Surely you don't think you have something hidden in there that might allow you to defeat me? Would you like to find out?
Yamazaki, wait! There are too many people here! I could see several families on the street, their children laughing and playing around their ankles. Yamazaki's eyes flicked back and forth, taking in everything. When he spoke, it was in a voice so low that only I could hear.
Yukimura, you need to run. I'll deal with him.
But... Kazama wasn't just another angry ronin. He had fought the entire Shinsengumi to a standstill, and then walked away. Yamazaki was skilled to be certain, but the odds were not in his favor. But what could I do about Kazama? Offer to run away with him and get married? I have to talk to him, 'cause it's the polite thing to do. Why are you here? Was it really only coincidence? Or was there some other purpose to his presence? Until we knew his intentions, it seemed premature to decide whether to fight or flee.
You think a polite question is enough to wring secrets from me?
Well, I didn't know it was a secret. His words were harsh, but his tone made it sound almost as if he was enjoying himself. He is, apparently.
You clearly consider me an enemy, and yet you question me and expect me to answer. I can't decide if you're brave or insane. Stop messing around. Either tell us your purpose here or don't. My purpose. I don't think you're just out for a walk. Tell us why you're here, or else.
Or else what?
Or else? I suppose when all you have is a hammer, every problem looks like a nail. Have you considered that I am here merely by coincidence?
What do you mean?
I imagine that might be a little hard for you to believe. Then again, I care very little whether you believe me or not.
Then, where are you going?
Sake. I was bored, so I came into the city to have a drink. Is that enough, or shall I elaborate on my sake preferences? Is something wrong? Is it so hard for you to believe that I drink? Do you think we are monsters who subsist entirely on human blood?
Well, no, but I'd only ever seen Kazama on the battlefield before. In my mind, he was inextricably connected to the din of battle and the stench of blood. To think of a creature like that going and sitting down at a bar with normal human beings to have a drink, it was next to impossible to imagine.
You are welcome to follow and observe if you don't believe me. I might even allow you to pour me a drink.
No, thank you. I don't think I want to do that. I think you do.
Siding with this filth again. I fail to see the appeal. Why would you choose to associate with such crude animals?
Well, you haven't exactly been showing me your good side, you know. I felt my hands tightening into fists. No. They're not crude, and they're not animals. Other people might not understand, but they're samurai, and they take pride in what they do.
Pride? Did you say pride? So, they turn themselves into fakes to cover their own inadequacies, and call that pride?
Well, it was a somewhat roundabout way to refer to the Furies, but it was easy to see his point. The water of life granted a great deal of power, but in exchange it drove those who used it mad with bloodlust. I had no decent rebuttal.
Don't let him get to you. He just enjoys shaking you up.
But...
We have nothing more to say to you. If you're really just here to drink, won't you move along? I can't imagine stirring up trouble here would benefit you any more than us. Oh, do you now?
Well, it might amuse him, I guess.
You think that concern for this human rabble would play even a minuscule part of my decision?
His eyes narrowed to predatory slits. Yamazaki only shook his head.
I hear you joined forces with the Satsuma. No doubt you'd slaughter all these people without a second thought, but the Satsuma domain might not approve of that sort of thing. Am I right? You think you're pretty clever, don't you?
For a long, nervous moment, they glared at one another. Eventually, it was Kazama who backed away. Surprisingly.
Fine. This is only happenstance to begin with. If I had wanted to attack the Shinsengumi, I wouldn't be wandering the streets hoping to find you. You may go about your business, this time.
With a cold smile, he turned to walk away. Huh? Where are you going? He just told you to get sake. I couldn't shake the feeling that it had all been too easy. Kazama only sighed.
Were you even listening? I'm on my way to have a drink. We demons eat, drink, sleep, and all the other things, as do you.
What?
If you were to join us, you would understand that, whether you wanted to or not.
Then he was gone into the crowd. I just stood there, his words echoing through my mind.
I need to tell the commander about what happened. You should get back to your room. Don't leave unless someone's with you.
Okay, thank you. I turned and headed toward Kondo's room. I really don't think Kazama would come here to the base after letting us go on the street. The manju was cold by the time I got there. Oh, even cold manju is good. Even after returning to my own room, Kazama's words rang in my ears.
We demons eat, drink, sleep, and all the other things, as do you.
A demon. That was what he called himself, but he looked no different from any normal human. Did he go back to a home of his own? What did he do there? Was his a pleasant life? A peaceful one? It had to be more peaceful than the life the Shinsengumi led. I still want to be here, though, even if I'm not very helpful. To join Kazama and the demons would be to admit that I was a demon myself, and that prospect frightened me. Besides, I'd grown fond of the Shinsengumi. I wanted more than anything else to stay with them and help them realize their dreams. But what about finding father? And here I say no, I am not here for someone in the Shinsengumi. I am interested in a man of the demon variety. This time, go find the others. And here for the first time we get to say, I will take responsibility in my father's place. My father was handling the experiment. As his daughter, I can't ignore it. Guess he finds that honorable of me.
That's an admirable attitude. But that doesn't mean I'd look the other way.
And then we skip. That didn't change much. This time, try to escape. Ugh! I twisted my body back and forth, gathering up all the strength I could manage to pull against Kazama's hold, but it was no use.
This is pointless. Even with demon strength, a male is stronger than a female.
Kazama picked me up and easily bypassed the circle everyone had formed around him. Is this the end? Is Kazama just going to abduct me like this? Just when I was about to give up.
I am Isami Kondo, chief of the Shinsengumi.
Kondo appeared out of the dark, bounding across the grounds.
The head of the Shinsengumi's chief will make an acceptable trophy, I suppose.
No!
Stay calm, Yukimura. I'll save you.
Kondo! Be careful, he's not human.
I know that. Yeah!
Kondo's aura was filled with a fighting spirit, and he charged toward Kazama. He swung heavily. Kazama easily sidestepped Kondo's attack.
I'm not done yet.
Sparks flew from the metallic clang of their blades. Kazama didn't look like he was fazed at all as he intercepted Kondo's attack.
Not bad for a human. I guess the title of chief of the Shinsengumi isn't just for show.
Kondo's sword tore through the air again, his face the picture of a furious god. Kazama blocked his strike, but with me on one arm, he couldn't go on the offensive.
You will return her to us. Ha! Gah.
The sheer power of Kondo's next blow drove Kazama back a few precious steps. Man, didn't know Kondo was that powerful. Just then... Aye! I felt myself thrown to the side, away from Kazama. My body flew into the air, and suddenly I found myself on the floor. Well, hopefully he didn't toss me too hard.
Are you alright? No matter. Hurry, get up.
Yes. Yamazaki offered me a hand to pull myself up. With me out of his grasp, Kazama was able to fight freely and had begun to push Kondo back.
Something wrong. You look out of breath. Huh. Oh, I have enough breath to fight you.
Yamazaki's brow furrowed as he was observing the battle, but it seemed he couldn't stand there anymore.
Yukimura, I want you to hide in the building. You must not come out, you understand?
But...
If you're here, the chief won't be able to fight without being distracted. Hurry!
Okay, please be safe. I ran into the compounds. He told me to hide, but... Where am I supposed to go? Aha! A door from the room over seems to be open. I ran in. Gah! Oh, that's clearly Okita's shadow. I recognize that hair anywhere. Something caught my foot and I fell forward. Ah! I was so taken aback that I screamed. Huh? What's going on? I should have hit the ground hard, but I didn't. And I felt something soft under me.
Gotta admit, I didn't figure for this type of girl.
The voice came from below me. Please don't tell me it's... A scene we've taken from Okita's route, darn it. Okita? And I love that face. His face is so pretty here.
Didn't think I'd be getting pushed down into bed tonight. Least of all by you.
Oh, no! No! This is just a mistake. I didn't mean... Yamazaki, it was an accident. I realized I was babbling and shut my mouth.
An accident, huh? Really?
A very happy accident.
Tell me, how is it? On top of me. It doesn't feel good.
Huh? Oh! I was so comfortable I forgot. I'd been so busy trying to think up an excuse, I hadn't realized I was still on top of him. I'm sorry. Out of extreme embarrassment, I leapt off. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Hey, come on. It hurts me when you apologize. It makes me think you hate me or something.
No, it's not like that. I was just, embarrassed. For some reason, I couldn't get myself to say that out loud. The clang of swords were resounding all through the compound.
That's getting pretty serious out there. The demon showed up.
Yes, that's right.
Yeah, I know. I want to go out there and fight too, but if I go out, Kondo will get mad at me.
Okita looked a little sad, and I looked out at the compound.
Kondo's out there though, right?
Yes, but he's fighting one of the demons.
Let's not worry about him. He's an amazing swordsman. Way better than me.
Okita's eyes shone with admiration for Kondo. There was no question that he trusted him to win. I wonder why Okita trusts Kondo as much as he does. As such thoughts crossed my mind.
Yukimura, are you safe?
Yamazaki ran in, out of breath. Oh, Yamazaki! How is it? Is Kazama...
We managed to make him retreat. I don't think he'll be returning for the night.
Really? Oh, what a relief.
See, I told you.
Okita smiled, but there was a hint of sadness in his eyes. Maybe it was because he wanted to fight alongside Kondo.
Yukimura, return to your room. You should rest.
Alright, good night, Okita.
Yeah, good night.
Okita waved and I returned to my room. And we skip. This time I still want to help. And for the first time I have to convince Heisuke, so we're taking a scene from Heisuke's route. Kyoto was a city of many streets, some of them more quiet and isolated than others. Abara no Koji was one of these, and it was where Nagakura, Harada, and I hid with the rest of the men assigned to this task.
They'll be showing up any minute.
We'd set out Ito's corpse as bait to draw the guard into a trap. My teeth bit into my lips so hard, I had to stop before I drew blood. If Ito had been allowed to live, he would have been a danger to the Shinsengumi. I understood that. But this, it just seems... Is this something that could be forgiven?
You don't have to watch, just look the other way.
No. Whatever I might think of what we were about to do, this was my only chance to save Heisuke. I couldn't look away. We sat there for... I wasn't sure how long, until finally we heard the sound of the guard approaching.
Oh, who's collapsed over here? Oh my god! Sir Ito, who could have done such a thing?
6 or 7 of them rushed forward to examine Ito's corpse. Among them, of course. He hadn't noticed us yet, but the taciturn, downcast boy I saw on the street was nothing like the Heisuke I'd known. Harada and Nagakura picked him out the same moment I did. Silently, they both closed their eyes for a moment in silent prayer.
Let's go. Yeah.
Shin, Sano, you're here too, Chizuru?
I see. So you used my brother's body as bait, and were waiting for us to be next, huh? Such a shady trick, which is befitting for a group of peasants like you. Nagakura, Harada, was it you who killed my brother?
Heisuke was drowned out by the cry of Miki, who in turn was interrupted by the sudden report of a gunshot.
What the? Is someone nearby?
If he was hesitating, then it hadn't been the guardians who fired. Was it the Shinsengumi?
Alright, who's the idiot out there who fired that gun? Idiot, that's not very nice. Anyway, hello human. I'm here to play with you.
Shiranui, Amagiri?
What are you guys doing here? What do you think? We're working. Watching you idiots lure the bigger idiots from the guard into a trap.
He waved one of his arms casually in some sort of signal. Where's the rest of our men? It can't be just us. Where did all these people come from?
I'm a little surprised to see you've got so many men. Looks like they're from the Satsuma, right? The Satsuma!
I heard Miki dubiously mumble from a distant location.
I apologize for ambushing you. But we have our orders, and they must be followed. Orders from the Satsuma? For you, I'll buy that. But I thought your friend was with the Choshu, Shiranui. Don't tell me you've gone and switched sides, Shiranui. Unfortunately for you, the Satsuma and Choshu are buddies right now. Shouldn't you, be more worried about yourself, though?
As Shiranui spoke, the men behind them began to inch forward. I reached for my sword, but Harada stopped me. Keep your back to the wall and stay behind me. I'll kill anyone who gets close. From the rest of the Shinsengumi, I heard the sounds of hands tightening on hilts and swords being loosened from their scabbards. I swallowed.
What the hell is going on? Someone explain.
Oh, these two are so sexy and awesome next to each other. Okay, we need like 20 more routes for this game, okay? There are just too many attractive characters that don't have routes.
Wait, if you are from the Satsuma domain, do you mean to attack us as well? Huh? Oh right, you're with that guy. Ito, was it? Anyway, I hear we've got you to thank for Sakamoto.
Did he mean the assassination of Roma Sakamoto? Then, were the Satsuma and the guard allies?
Good job on that. Happy. Good. You can die now. Miki, watch out! Ah! Hey, you alright? Hang in there.
Miki went to the body of one of his men, but the man seemed to be dead already. He glared at Shiranui, seething with contempt.
You bastard! How dare you betray us, Satsuma dog! Just following your lead, boss. Didn't you betray your old allies too? I seem to recall something about how you spread rumors that Sakamoto was assassinated by Harada from the Shinsengumi.
So, turnabout is fair play.
I knew it. So it was you guys spreading such dumb rumors, huh? We don't really need you anymore. But we do need to make sure you keep your trap shut. Now, it seems like the best way to keep you quiet is to make sure you're dead. What?
Both Shinsengumi and guard were only moments from attacking when Amagiri's voice echoed across the street.
You are outnumbered. I cannot advise standing against us. And as such, I have a proposition for the Shinsengumi. What? Why don't you let us take care of the girl with you? If you do, I will allow all of you to leave unharmed. What? Listen here, Amagiri. You're not in charge of this operation. You can't trade members of the Shinsengumi for...
Amagiri stopped the Satsuma vassal just by glaring back at him with a furious gaze.
I think perhaps you misunderstand. I will follow the orders of the domain to the extent that I am able, but they are not paramount. But...
Gunshot resounded again. The Satsuma vassal fell to the ground, and he was no longer moving. Shiranui blew the smoke from his gun as it slowly rose from the barrel.
Anybody else? If you can live through the first bullet, we might listen to what you had to say.
How could he? To Shiranui, there were no enemies or allies. He was a beast that the Satsuma had only just learned they could not control.
All right, now we won't have any more rude interruptions. What is your answer? Will you accept our offer or not?
Not even a breath disturbed the silence of Aburano Koji. The demons, the Satsuma, the guard, and the Shinsengumi all waited to see how I would respond. Why is it my decision?
Well, you heard the man, Sano. What do you want to do? You really gotta ask. These guys are pretty pathetic. Even Heisuke's lame jokes are better than this. Oh, I love it when guys get all tough like that.
You know, we can kind of take that the wrong way if you say it like that.
Think you could beat all these men, though?
At a motion from Shiranui, the Satsuma rushed forward, a solid wave of men and swords that tumbled over the Shinsengumi and guard alike. I tried to negotiate with the demons. Shiranui, you shouldn't have done that. We were still talking. Wait, please!
What? You're coming with us?
Even as skilled as they were, there was no way Harada and Nagakura could fight off all the men the Satsuma had bought. And if Amagiri and Shiranui fought as well... If I go with you, then you'll leave everyone else alone?
That's the spirit. Good to see a little self-sacrifice. Still...
What are you doing?
Well, I figure we might as well just take you after we kill everyone else.
But you said...
No, I didn't say anything. You want to spare all this filth, take it up with Amagiri.
You monster! He never meant to let the Shinsengumi go. He'd only wanted to see how I would react. You...
What am I going to do with you, Shiranui? Abiding by the article of faith means demons don't break promises. Well, I'm a demon that lives in current times.
You're disgusting!
You mad?
What do you think?
Guess I don't have a choice then. Let me show you just how compassionate I am. Alright, Harada. I guess I do like you, so why don't you and I start negotiating or something?
With your weapons?
What? If you get down on your knees and say, I don't care what happens to her, just please let us live. Then maybe I'll let you go.
Harada's eyes moved toward me. I looked over at him now, and he flashed me a brilliant smile.
I'm impressed, Chizuru. Not everybody has the balls to put their neck on the block for someone else when the time comes. But I think you could trust us a little more, you know?
Oh. Harada laughed fearlessly. At last, he turned to face Shiranui. The crowd of Satsuma soldiers shrank back before his furious glare.
Come and get me, you son of a bitch. I'd rather die with my hands on your throat than let you lay even a finger on her so I could live. If you think the captain of the 10th Division is an easy mark, you've got another thing coming.
Harada...
You're such a damn show-off. Hey, Heisuke, what are you doing standing around like a chump? You gonna let this bastard get all the glory?
Huh. Heisuke grinned, ran a hand through his hair, and started toward us. Man, you two don't change, do you? How many fights have you pulled me into? Like you don't enjoy it.
You never even thought about what I want, and always call me for backup.
Says the pot to the kettle. How many fights have you gotten me into?
Oh, come on. Those were totally different.
Sure they were.
Have you completely forgotten that you're a loyalist and I'm an imperialist? You don't ask the cat to fight next to the dog.
With the last word, Heisuke stood next to us, facing Amagiri and Shiranui. And at this point, we'll take a break and finish this battle in the next episode, because, yeah, we do have quite a bit of a ways to go for this scene. So can't fit the rest of it in. Didn't have quite as much Kazama action in this one, I feel like, but there were lots of other scenes from the other guys that we got out of there. So, hope to see you in the next episode. Should be lots more Kazama stuff. And I'd be so grateful for any likes, comments, subscriptions, or shares with your friends to show some support. Thank you so much for joining me, and I wish you all health, happiness, and safety. Dirili signing out. Bye bye, everybody.